Hey, Chef Larry here at Viejas with another great recipe for you for your summer dining. And if you've eaten here at Bear & Long Bar and Grill or at the Grove Steakhouse, chances are you've tried this great steak. It's called skirt steak. Now let me caution you, there's two types of skirt steak. There's an inside skirt steak that comes from the inner wall of the carcass of the beef, and the outside skirt, which comes from the outer wall, which runs a little bit horizontal from front to end. It's much more tender. So again, word of caution, stay away from inside skirt, stay with outside skirt. A lot more marbling, a lot more fat, and it just eats much better. It's a much tender piece of meat. The inside skirt, in fact, is used for things like carne asada, and it's usually chopped up because of the chew to it. But right here, I have a beautiful piece of outside skirt. So that is just portioned into different portions, depending on what time you like, and you're ready to grill with it. So we're gonna pull this off to the side, and I have one that has already been portioned here. And again, you can see it's a beautiful piece of meat. Again, has some marbling in there, has beautiful striations, and we're gonna grill it just in this form now. We're gonna season it with just a little bit of salt, in this case, some kosher salt, as well as some black pepper. And we'll do that generously on both sides. And we'll cook it just like that. You may be wondering about marinade. If you have a favorite marinade, I would say use it, but do it lightly because it is a rather thin piece of meat and you don't want to over marinate it, because if you have acid, vinegar, lime or whatnot in your marinade, it's going to take on too much of the flavor. And really, this steak eats very well as is. Let's take it over to the grill. So here we have our cooked outside skirt steak. We serve it in two fashions here. We serve it just as grilled Wagyu skirt steak over in the Grove Steakhouse. But here in Bear & Long Bar and Grill, we actually serve it in the vise of a steak frites. So let's talk about that in a minute. Steak we have here, the frites are the translation for potatoes or pommes frites. Pomme meaning apple, pomme de terre meaning apple of the earth, thus French fries, so steak and French fries. But we can serve it here with some beautiful mixed salad. We can pretty much serve it any way the guest likes it. So put the meat off to the side. We're gonna mix a quick salad here that we feature here at Bear & Long as our house salad. Just a variety of baby greens, summer greens and spring greens, as well as some pickled onion, some beautiful vine ripe baby tomatoes, a little bit of blue cheese, and what goes better with steak than blue cheese? And these beautiful spring greens, we're just gonna season it with a little bit of salt, and again with a little bit of pepper. We're gonna go ahead and toss that. And why don't we add a few croutons in there for texture? I'm just gonna toss that together, lightly dressed. Again, we're not trying to soak the salad. You can see now the lettuce greens are taking on the shine of the vinaigrette, and that's the perfect amount of dressing to put in there. We'll put that off to the side. We're gonna come back to our steak. We're going to talk about cooking it. We cooked it over a high heat grill and then moved over to the medium part of the grill. If you're using live fire grill at home, remember that the hottest part of your grill is going to be in the middle. So if you want to start in the middle and work your way out, here we cook it on our gas grill and it comes out perfectly. So depending on how you want it, leave it on the grill, move it to the colder part, let it cook a little bit more through. Again, when you insert the probe thermometer, put it at the innermost part. Do not take the temperature at the edge of the meat, because of course that'll give you a higher reading. You want to go right to the very center of the meat and make sure that the temperature there is the one that you're reading, okay? So this is ready. So what we're gonna do is take this meat and we're gonna slice it very thin. And you notice that in addition to slicing it very thin, I'm slicing it at an angle. And that just further guarantees the tenderness. We're just gonna place that on the serving plate. For our steak frites, we're just going to shingle it nicely. And in this case, we're going to give you a combination of the steak frites and that beautiful salad I just mixed together. So you see here, with beautiful plate coverage, we're going to add some of the crispy fried pommes frites or French fries, beautifully tossed salad we just put together. And let's make sure we get some of those beautiful vine ripe tomatoes on top. Takes no longer than 3 to 4 minutes if you want it a little bit more on the medium well to well side. Otherwise, it's a very quick dish, one that doesn't involve marinating unless you want to, cooks very quickly, and really the meat, the flavor of the meat has this really hearty meat flavor to it. So here we have our beautiful steak frite, but I haven't finished yet. There's a couple of interesting and important steps. We're gonna now salt the meat. It's important that after you cook the meat, even though you season at the beginning, is what we have is a finishing salt. This is actually sea salt or fleur de sel. It's actually harvested from dried up seabeds. And we put a little bit of that on top. As you can see, the grains are flaky, they're off-white, they're tangy, and they have a little mineral taste, but they're really, really delicious to finish all your meat and poultry. And again, with your steak frite, you have a lot of options. You can serve it with any sauce you would like. You can break out the A1 if you want to, if you have some in your fridge or cupboard. But here we offer with demi-glace, also with a shallot compound butter, as well as a delicious Argentine chimichurri. So there it is, our steak frite, served here at Baron Long Bar and Grill, and our Wagyu skirt steak, which is served at the Grove Steakhouse. Come see us at Viejas. Let's play again.